These new death towers are going to phaser beam you like the Starship Enterprise. Everybody should be worried about these new death towers. Even the slightest possibility that they may be weaponized and used to target conservatives and Christians should be unbearable enough that people demand that they be taken down. Nobody can guarantee the safety of these death towers, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody knows who's actually running this control grid. But if it's anything like the censorship and the misinformation on the news, you can bet that these death towers are bad news. And while the television has you hypnotized with the days of our lives, impeachment, and the various other Gladio B events, ladies and gentlemen, you're certainly not going to be thinking about these death towers, which have become a national security priority. You're going to get a death tower on your street very soon. Many of you already have a death tower at your local school, in your neighborhood. It's already a catastrophe. And just look at these people on television. They look like the devil. What are the chances of that? I mean, they could look like, reptiles or a gremlin, but they literally look demonic. And all of these people on television are product placing the devil. They're product placing anti-Christian ideology 24/7, one way or another. And, they're just giving you the 1-2 punch with this Democrat, Republican nonsense. But everybody should be paying attention to this beam forming, as well as the idea of what's referred to as reverse beam forming, which is where they use the echoes of these EMF waves to pinpoint, motion around it. And these death towers can track you in ways you can't even understand and target you and terminate you, slow kill style, silent weapons for silent wars. And until they can absolutely guarantee, certify 100% that these things are safe, they shouldn't be out there, ladies and gentlemen. People need to err on the side of precaution, and people need to be able to opt out of these eugenics programs. We need a free state. We need a Christian homeland that's free from this beast system, free from the indoctrination, from the tyranny, free from these death towers and the like. We need to be able to opt out of this beast system. And unless we have a free state, unless we have a Christian homeland, somewhere on planet Earth, we're never going to be free. Ladies and gentlemen, we're always going to be under the boot of this new world order, and it's going to be, it's only going to get worse as time goes on. You can see they're letting the criminals go. They let Hillary go. They let Obama's ISIS go. All of these people on television, they look demonic for the most part. They're product placing the devil, and if not, they're more than likely a Judas in disguise, to say the least. And the situation is just getting worse. And what we're learning about the tracking capability of these death towers, the way they're able to target people, I mean, it'll blow you away. We've posted a couple articles on our website, stfnreport.com, that details the passive radar capabilities of these death towers, and it's beyond anything you could possibly imagine. But they don't just need you with a cell phone to track you and to target you. They can target anything that moves around these death towers, and they just have to program their death grid. And you can bet all of the red districts are getting extra doses for their re-education. And these death towers will basically tell you how to think one way or another, and there's just nowhere you can run, nowhere to escape. No one will believe you if you're being targeted by these death towers, and chances are you won't even know if you're being targeted by these death towers. What happened to the video guy, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, these death towers have their vulnerabilities, and people are learning about the exploits and the like. And there's plenty of ways for people to take down these death towers, according to experts. And of course, if you're being targeted, what are you going to do? What can you do? And the like. And of course, experts are saying that it's rather easy. The insulation will just kind of go up like an accelerant all by itself. Just need to get it started. Of course, people can't do that legally, and what the experts are saying isn't necessarily the best recommendation out there. People should be organizing in their communities and basically protesting at city council and trying to pass an ordinance and the like. But undoubtedly, there's going to be people running Gladio B events, signing it, Antifa, and taking down these towers one way or the other. And look, if they were coming into your home and you could see them poisoning your food, your air, your water, as well as dosing you, you'd probably do something about it. And undoubtedly, eventually it will come to some sort of civil disobedience to take down these death towers. But you're not given an option to opt out. You can't opt out. They're absolutely imposing their eugenics programs on you, and you have to wonder, why that is. Why are they doing that, ladies and gentlemen? And the reason is right there on the Georgia Guidestones. These people are out to get you, to say the least. And you just have to look at how they've been treating our country for the past few years, letting it turn into basically a shithole, pardon the language, in many of the cities out there. And there's a lot of metrics that are just off the charts, whether it be the drug crisis or crime and the like. It looks like a rap video out there, and it should look like Leave It to Beaver and the Happy Days, but instead they've turned it into some kind of hell on earth, and they're not going to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, they're never going to stop. They're going to roll out their Terminators. They're going to want to plug you into the Matrix, and it's only going to get worse from there. I mean, these people are bad news. They're of the dark side, and they basically all have this demonic morphology. If you pay attention, start looking at their foreheads. Check out our video archives for more on that, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, there's just no denying. I mean, these people look like the devil. They're rolling out death towers. They're trying to groom your children. They're letting the criminals go, and they're just keeping you, basically preoccupied until they can checkmate everybody with their AI, with their Skynet, their Matrix, Terminators, and the like. Don't believe, these people on television. They're part of the Matrix. They're part of this they live occupation. And it might as well be an invasion from another planet. I mean, they're terraforming the planet. They're trying to exterminate life on it. And, if it's not one thing, it's another. And while there's many battles to fight, the battle against 5G is something that we can win this year if everybody gets together. And if people were as organized for 5G as they are for the Second Amendment, I mean, we could be taking these towers down city by city. Ladies and gentlemen, it must be done. Like and share. Get this information out there. Feel free to mirror. Check out our website, stfnreport.com. Please support our broadcast. Help us reach more people at patreon.com/STF News. We're listener supported. And be sure to get yourself a meter out there. The El Cheapo from Home Depot doesn't pick up these death towers. You'll have to spend at least $100 to understand what you're getting dosed with. And we recommend the EMF 390. Shop around, but check out the EMF 390 before making your decision. Details are on stfnreport.com. You get it directly from the manufacturer, 1-year warranty, made in Seattle, and it just blows away the competition. But knowing is half the battle. Knowing what you're getting dosed with is half the battle. These things are militarized. They can target you, and you can bet that, if they're censoring you online, they're targeting you offline, ladies and gentlemen. And, your phone's a beacon, as well as, just about everything else. Your entire digital footprint is, makes you a target out there. And so start acting accordingly. Don't be a sheeple, and understand, the weapons that are being used against you. Do your own research, and once you do, you'll figure out that, this stuff is no joke. With the 5G grid going up, your city is now worse than a microwave oven. We've got the video footage to prove it. And of course, this all pretty much runs on the same technology as a microwave oven anyways. And so they basically, they've put the microwave oven in a different box, the Wi-Fi, and now they've put it in everybody's homes. And, if you understood what you're getting dosed with, you would, change your habits immediately. That's why we say get a meter. It's a lifesaver. We'll leave it there for this broadcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Until the next time, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.